welcome back to my channel. Today I have a project share for an outgoing swap that I am doing with Yoli Fernan here on YouTube. We decided to do a mermaid swap. We agreed to do an embellishment book, an altered box, 2 large tags, a card, a wand, and a memory dex card. So big swap. With that being said, because I do so much and I share so much, I've noticed that my videos literally are over half an hour. And who wants to sit there for 30 minutes? So this time around, I thought I would split the project share up probably between 3 videos. So then that way each video is not so long. So I will start with the embellishment book because it's the biggest project of this swap, I think. So here it is. And this is the first time I've ever made an embellishment book, so this is new territory for me, but I love the way that it's turned out. So this would be the biggest project because of the book itself and the embellishments inside. And you can see she's very, very chunky. So I saw a few tutorials here and there of embellishment books or like flip books. And I didn't really see anything that really catered to, there's a fur on it. They really catered to what I was looking for. So I kind of tweaked a few tutorials here and there and kind of came up with a design that worked for me. And I made it super simple for myself. It's 5 inches in width front and back and 2 inches for the spine. So altogether that makes a 12-inch width paper. So I used 1 sheet of light chipboard for the entire cover and then a couple more for the inside pages. I absolutely love the way that it's turned out. So once I had the base done, I covered the book with this paper, which if you saw my Your Dollar Store with More haul, is a gift bag. So and this is the project that I was thinking of when I bought it, and I absolutely love it. And the best thing about using the gift bag is that it's really nice and large. So because the cover is 12 inches in length, you know, finding a piece of cardstock or paper to wholly and completely cover it is a little bit of a challenge. But with the gift bag, it's so nice and large that it just went over the 12-inch width piece of chipboard really nicely. It gave me a little bit of allowance on the sides, and so it would be neat and pretty. And I love this like kind of mint color. So that's kind of the color scheme I'm going for this project. I went with a very mint pink, light pink kind of color scheme. It's kind of the theme I'm going for. So for the design, or not the design, but the decoration, I decided to go with a mermaid stamp that I had from Greeting Farm. This is Macy, and I'm trying so hard not to use Greeting Farms, and I know I've used them in every single one of my projects so far, but I'm trying to kind of get away from that because, you know, not everybody likes Greeting Farm, so I don't want to, you know, force it on people. But in this case, I know she's a fan of Greeting Farm, so I thought it was pretty safe if I used her, and she's super pretty. I colored her tail using the Nouveau glitter pen, and look how shiny and pretty that is. So I put her on a piece of paper here that's also a gift bag that I got from Dollarama. And then I used this wooden frame that I got on AliExpress. It's by Alina Cuddle. And there are 4 different designs that come in the purchase, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I decided to leave it unpainted because I love the look of natural materials and natural colors for mermaid projects. And so I just left it that unfinished or unpainted wood color. And I edged the frame with this beautiful gem trim that I won in a giveaway. Super pretty. Let's see. I included a resin flower that I got from your dollar store with more. So underneath all of this, it started with this piece of lace, and it's actually a flower. Let me see if I can grab one. So it looks like this. It's a lace applique in the shape of a flower. I cut it in half so that I can use it for this corner and this corner. You can barely see it. It's pretty much all covered, but I do like that little bit that's sticking out. I also layered on a piece of cheesecloth just for some more texture. For the flower clusters, I started with this big rose that I got from Dollarama. This one comes from eBay. That one comes from AliExpress. This one comes from a local fabric store. This one comes from AliExpress, and that one right there comes from eBay. And I use my glitter paste for the roses just to give them a little bit more shimmer. I cut out a shell using my favorite shell die that I got on AliExpress. I also cut out a starfish as well as a seahorse, and I distressed all of that with some pink ink. Excuse me. I got these teardrops from AliExpress as well as this. It's like, I don't know what it's like a big stamen, I guess. I'm not sure. It's just they have little stems on them, so it's super easy to use. I also included this metal charm of this shell, and that's in the center of this multi-layered bow that I created using this kind of burlap twine. I have this resin starfish here, and I also have some of this. I don't know how to describe this. It's like kind of like flower. I don't know, it looked very, under the sea type of foliage, so I decided to use that. And of course I used some pearls, and I tried to kind of do the exact same thing on this side. The only thing that's missing is the bow, but otherwise it's exactly the same as I did here. And then I included some flat back pearls that I get at Michael's, and then I have these wooden corner flourish wooden pieces that I got from AliExpress. And I absolutely love the way this has turned out. So pretty. Okay, so I have it tied up, and I can't believe how chunky this is. I had this tied up using this ombre ribbon that I got from my local fabric store. It's absolutely gorgeous and just screamed mermaid to me, so I had to have it. I sandwiched it in between the cover and the layering piece inside. So let me open this up and show you what's inside. So I wanted 8 pages, including the inside of the covers. So here are my first embellishments. This is a, sorry, I hit the camera. This is a layering flower die that I got from Alina Cuddle, and I cut it out of, whoops, this pearlescent paper and this holographic paper. I used some Michael flatbacks for the centers. Also, excuse me, I was inspired by Elegant Delights here on YouTube. She did an embellishment book that she gave away, and for every embellishment that she had in her book, she actually made toppers for it, and I absolutely loved that idea. So I thought I would do that for mine. So thank you so much for the inspiration. So here is the topper for this one, And I keep hitting the camera, I'm so sorry. This, I think it was like a place card holder die. So I cut that out using another gift bag. And then I just decorated it using some of this, some shells, and some of this greenery. And I thought that turned out super pretty. Second page, I have some bows. And I layered on some tulle, and then I included these resin seahorse and mermaids that I got from your dollar store with more. I also have this plastic shell that's a trim, so I just cut it up and used it on the bow. For the topper, the die that I use comes from AliExpress. And then I have some washi of some scales, and then I included some of these two-tone roses that I got from AliExpress. And then I have this kind of plastic seaweed looking thing that I got from your dollar store with more, and some more shells. Next page. Yes, I used Greeting Farm again, but these are my favorite mermaid stamps ever, so I had to use them for this project. And I know that she actually has this stamp set, but I thought it'd be fun to create these. These are shakers, so I'll pull them out. And I actually didn't use any sequins. I just used glitter because I really wanted that kind of under the sea look. And look how pretty with the iridescence. So pretty. So I cut this out using some foam and this paper, which is another gift bag. I use a lot of gift bags for this project. I love using gift bags. And this one came from Dollarama. Super cute. So I just decided to do a little bit of a cluster down below with some shells. This rose again is from AliExpress. These are from my local fabric store, and some pearls. I colored their hair and then used some stickles over it to give it some shimmer. I have another one of these kind of burlap twine bows, and then this flat back rhinestone that I got from Michaels. And so I just made 2 of those and kept it pretty similar. Obviously 2 different mermaids, and the color of the rose is different other than that. Oh, and these ones too. So, but they're very similar otherwise. But I love the way this has turned out. Yeah, super pretty. For the topper, I decided to go with, oops, let's see if I can get this into frame here. Same topper as I used in the last one. I just cut it out of silver paper, and then this is some washi, and then I have another one of these two-tone roses, a shell, some pearls, and some more of that seaweed looking foliage. So for, whoops, this page, I have this suitcase die in my stash. Sorry for the crinkling, guys. Trying to show you guys without making too much noise. Anyway, I have this suitcase die in my stash that I got from AliExpress. A lot of my projects that I'm going to be showing you are used or is made, or are made, I should say, with products that I found on AliExpress. So I have this suitcase die. For the 3rd time I'm trying to say this. I have this suitcase die in my stash, and on the web page on AliExpress, they actually showed this as a folder, and I thought that was a super cute idea. So before I get into that, I'll show you what I did on the outside. So here I have another one of those flowers that I had in the embellishment book, and then I had this cut out using a die from Alina Cuddle. I have this wooden seahorse. I love this seahorse I got from your dollar store with more. Some more of that dies. And then another shell. For the second one, I cut out some starfish and then distressed the edges. Have another little floral cluster here using roses that I got on eBay. There's that one that looks like under the sea, and then some more of that seaweed looking foliage. And then I have some of these iridescent flatback pearls, not pearls, sorry, rhinestones. And then I have this shell with some pearls. And then for the third one, I have this big shell, and then I cut out this kind of tropical leaf out of green glitter paper, and then I have this rose coming from AliExpress. These two silver starfish are also from AliExpress, and then I have a pearl. I also included a blue bow that I also got on AliExpress. So like I said, they showed it as a folder, and they showed it as a holder for washi samples, and I thought that was the cutest idea. So I just cut some cardstock, wrapped some of my mermaid washi around it, and just stuck it on the inside. I thought that was the cutest idea. It's a great way to gift some of your washi, and so each suitcase has a different sample for her, and I love that. For the topper, so I cut it out, or I cut this topper out using a die, again from AliExpress. I cut the top off because it was just sticking out a little bit too much, so I just decided to chop it off. I included some of this burlap ribbon, another bow, shell, and these two roses that I got from, I think from Dollarama or AliExpress. I can't remember. I think it might be, I don't know. I think it might be Dollarama, if I remember correctly. But super cute. I like it. Next page, I cut out some mermaids using a die that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I'm sure you recognize this mermaid. It was everywhere last year. Lots of people were using it. Love her. She's so pretty. I cut her tail using some iridescent paper that is a gift bag. And then I just gave her two different colored hairs, and she's so gorgeous. I love this die. For the topper, I went with this paper that comes from Feeling Naughty from Michaels. And then I have another one of these pink roses I got from Dollarama. I included these, I don't know what they're called. They're not really berries, they're not really stamens, I don't know. But I have these that I got from AliExpress, so I included those. And then I layered a piece of lace. It's this kind of scalloped pattern. Super pretty. Next page, I made some origami shells, and I used some pearlescent paper. I also went over it with some of my glitter paste to give it some shimmer. For the topper, I decided to go with a holographic doily that you get from Michaels. Use some of this mint trim that you get from Hobby Lobby, and some of this iridescent leaf trim from Dollarama. Here I created a crepe paper rosette out of purple paper, and I just edged the sides or the edges with some glitterific paint, and then cut this mermaid out of a paper pad from Michaels. I can't remember which one right now. Then the next page are embellishments I created using April Olander Art Designs. You can get it on Etsy. And I just created some paper rosettes, or crepe paper rosettes. I cut it out using a die of a flower die that I had in my stash, and then I went over the edges with some glitter. I also included a rosette that I created using a Tim Holtz die, and then I cut out some seaweed out of green glitter paper, included a starfish. There's my favorite shell die again, and then I included a pearl on top of that, and I just created two of those in two different colors. You can see. For the topper, super simple. This topper die comes from AliExpress. Here's one of the origami shells, and then this seahorse sticker I got from Dollarama, I think, if I remember correctly. So those turned out super pretty. On the back cover, I have this pocket die that again comes from AliExpress. I cut it out of this pink and white paper, and here is just holding some, like a sequin mix, and this stamp set I found of these mermaids, and I thought that would be a cute way to gift those. and they fit perfectly in the pocket. So there you go. And so that was my embellishment book, and I'm already over 20 minutes. I'm so sorry, you guys. I try. I try. So stay tuned for the next part of the share of this outgoing swap. And until my next video, have an awesome day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.